Today we move to the part of the Passion narrative in Luke where Jesus is arrested. And we see once again our disciple Judas, who would betray Jesus with a kiss. Let's take a look at what it says here, starting at verse 47 of chapter 22. While Jesus was still speaking, presumably to his disciples, who he was reminding them Judas, would you betray the human one with a kiss? When those around him recognized what was about to happen, they said, Lord, should we fight with our swords? One of them struck the high priest's servant, cutting off his right ear. Jesus responded, Stop. No more of this. He touched the slave's ear and healed him. I want to pause there, because I think there's something remarkably beautiful taking place here. And well, you might be tempted to say, of course, it's Jesus' insistence that we're not going to respond with violence. And so he rebukes the violence and reaches out his hand and offers healing once again. That is beautiful, but I think the thing that I want to point out today is this. When Judas comes, he brings a crowd. Why? Because he doesn't want to do this alone. He doesn't want to do it alone. And maybe he wants people to see what he has been feeling. He wants to help people see the chaos that's been ensuing, that this isn't what it started as. Judas has a plan of how to do this while minimizing some guilt around it. I've been there before. And so as Judas comes up to kiss Jesus, it's a sentence that we might be tempted to pass by. And I'm using that word tempted in a little bit of tongue-in-cheekness. Jesus looks at him and says, Judas, would you betray the human one with a kiss? Maybe this is Jesus' way of saying, Judas, is this really what you're going to do? Are you sure you want to do this? A kiss, a sign of friendship, a sign of care, compassion. Maybe it's a bitter irony that this is how Judas is betraying Jesus, an act of friendship to hand him over to authorities. So what's the beautiful part? Jesus says, Judas. Jesus calls him by name. Jesus reminds him that he is still Judas. He is still loved.